Friends, today I'm going to share something powerful with you, a mindset that can transform your life in profound ways. I'm talking about learning to act as if nothing can change your direction. This is not just a motivational platitude, but a way of being that the greatest achievers throughout history have embodied. Are you ready to cultivate the unshakable resolve that allows you to push through any obstacle? The mental fortitude to stay the course no matter what storms rage around you. If so, listen closely. We all face challenges and setbacks in life. That's inevitable. The question is, how will you respond when adversity strikes? Will you crumble and veer off your chosen path? Or will you stand tall, dig your heels in, and refuse to be moved from your purpose? The ability to act as if nothing can change your direction is the edge that separates those who achieve legendary feats from those whose dreams wither on the vine. It's what allows some to climb the highest summits while others get stuck on the foothills. To be unshakably committed to your vision despite all the reasons why you could or should quit. Think of the greatest revolutionaries, inventors, explorers, athletes, and leaders who ever lived. What set them apart was an unwavering determination that critics and doubters could not deter. A refusal to abandon their quest no matter how daunting the odds or how frequent the setbacks. The road to anything great is inevitably strewn with obstacles. That's not the exception, that's the rule. If you want to bring forth something revolutionary, you will face opposition. People will call you crazy, delusional, ahead of your time, or just plain wrong. There will be times of discouragement where giving up seems so much easier than pressing on. But the truly extraordinary among us learn to act as if nothing can alter their trajectory. They charge forward with a sense of unstoppable momentum, as immovable as continents in their resolution. To them, failure is never a possibility because the thought of quitting is unconscionable. Now, I realize this level of fortitude may sound extreme, but is it really so outrageous to meet the inevitable obstacles of life with unrelenting perseverance? History's greatest achievements were won this way, through sheer force of sustained will. When the skeptics ridiculed the visionary plans of the doers just worked harder. When catastrophe struck, they bounced back more determined than before. When injustice blocked their path, they bashed through those barriers like tidal waves. Look at Thomas Edison. By the time he invented the first commercially viable electric light bulb, he had spent years pursuing dead end after dead end. Countless experiments failed as he sought a durable filament. Friends and investors told him to give up this fruitless quest, but Edison just smiled and kept going. Even after nearly being killed in an explosion, his famous reply was, "Great. Now I know 700 things that won't work." His contemporaries thought he was deranged, burning through money chasing an impossibility. But to Edison, quitting was simply not an option. His vision pulled him forward like a powerful current, and he let nothing divert that flow. Through multiple bankruptcies and thousands of failed attempts, he kept hurling himself at the riddle until he finally unlocked the key to widespread electrification through incandescent lighting. Or take the story of Abraham Lincoln. His life was a decades-long masterclass in refusing to abandon his path despite spirit-crushing setbacks. Raised in abject poverty without any formal schooling, he failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, fell into deep depression, and lost election after election in his political career. At his lowest point, after a close friend died, the anguish and melancholy nearly consumed him. Yet through all this darkness and pain, Lincoln clung to his vision for preserving and strengthening the United States with unbreakable resolve. No defeat could make him relinquish that noble cause. Each time adversity knocked him flat, he hauled himself back up more steadfast than before, always pressing forward on that same unwavering course. In the end, Lincoln's persistence shaped the course of history. He not only helped end the scourge of slavery, but held the United States together through its gravest existential crisis. All because he learned to act as if nothing could change his direction. The same unstoppability defined the lives of legends across every field. The artist Van Gogh, who soldiered through years of poverty and obscurity before creating masterpieces that revolutionized art. The airplane inventors, the Wright brothers, who kept toiling for years after experts insisted humans could never fly. Leader after leader like Susan B., Anthony and Martin Luther King Jr. facing jail, slander, and even assassination attempts, but never surrendering their crusades for equality and justice. In every case, greatness was achieved through an ironclad refusal to change course, a decision to march towards their visions with a sense of inevitability, acting as if nothing could deter them no matter what forces oppose. It's a difficult path, but it's the only one that leads to the truly extraordinary. Of course, being unwavering is not the same as being inflexible. Wisdom and adjustments along the way are always required. But the essence of your quest, the core purpose burning within you, must be clung to with the intensity of a mother gripping her child in a hurricane. That foundational, why for everything you do, must be set in stone, even as the strategies evolve. And if this level of fortitude sounds like something only available to history's most renowned figures, let me put that myth to rest. We all have the capacity to act as if nothing can change our direction if we cultivate the proper mindset and habits. The great ones were not superhuman. They simply did things the rest of us choose not to do. If you want to manifest this unstoppable mentality in your own life, start by clearly defining your quest. What is the overarching purpose and vision pulling you forward? What is that MT, Everest you feel compelled to conquer? Nail that down in exquisitely vivid detail. Then make an unwavering commitment to see it through no matter what. Come from a deep place inside that says, I will not be denied. Let the white-hot flame of that desire sear away any possibility of quitting. Nothing can extinguish your forward progress except your own choice to stop. So decide right now that regardless of inevitable obstacles, you will never stop until you reach your summit. When difficulties inevitably arise, keep chipping away without faltering. Just because the mountain looms large one day, that doesn't make it unscalable. When critics scoff, let them inspire you to work harder and climb higher out of sheer spite if you must. Use every setback as fuel to stoke your determination into an inferno of resolve. And always remind yourself of your why. The noble, because that makes all the struggle worthwhile. Let the inevitability of your success be the warm sun that guides you calmly through the stormiest days. With every step, draw strength from the quiet certainty that your vision pulling you forward is simply a matter of time before it manifests. By cultivating this mindset, you become a force of nature, a person who doesn't just react to circumstances, but bends them to your will through sheer grit and persistence. Like sculptors chiseling away at granite, you shape reality itself through your refusal to abandon your purpose. And as with any habit, the more you practice acting as if nothing can change your direction, the stronger and more natural it becomes. Those closest to you may blanch at first by your newfound implacability. But as they see you consistently taking the world by storm to make your dreams manifest, that resolute energy will eventually convert even the staunchest doubters. After all, what could be more inspiring than watching someone consistently live at the heights of their potential without wavering? When you become that unstoppable force that adversity cannot deter, you become a battle-tested leader simply through your example. People can't help but gravitate towards the magnetic certainty radiating from your actions. By the time you reach the summit you envision, your journey will be even more impressive than your achievement itself. That raw power of consistency, of resolutely climbing no matter how daunting the ascent, is the stuff of legends, the essence of heroism itself. To stand unbowed upon your personal Everest, muscles still quivering from the effort, weathering all storms with courage and grit until the final victory. There are few more inspiring and empowering experiences than that. Just think of how much more epic and meaningful your life becomes by refusing to abandon your quest. Learning to act as if nothing can change your direction is a superpower. But it's also an immense responsibility, because once you wield that ability, you have no excuse left for playing small with your potential. Making excuses or settling for mediocrity in any area of your existence becomes. Instead, you hold yourself to a higher standard. You strive for excellence and maximum impact, not because you were born exceptional, but because you've decided to be unstoppable. With this shift in mindset, the limits are obliterated on what you can make of your life. This same mentality applies whether you're aiming to be a world-class leader, inventor, or athlete, or you simply crave becoming the absolute best version of yourself in all areas. As a parent, a partner, a friend, a positive force in your community. Because by cultivating this powerful, nothing can stop me resolve, you tap into humanity's wellspring of limitless potential. You break free from self-imposed cages and fears to start authoring the script of your life rather than just reading the pages. Old stories of scarcity, unworthiness, and doubt must crumble before the tidal wave of inevitability you decide to embody. And suddenly your possibilities become as vast as the horizon stretching out before you with the same transformative mindset. Ordinary people throughout history have achieved the extraordinary, whether that meant starting powerful movements, building iconic companies, or simply crushing long-standing vices to become better versions of themselves against all odds. All because they made a choice to stop being crumbly before circumstance, to instead be driven, relentless, single-mindedly focused on moving their lives in this world in a better direction through sheer force of consistency and will. So today I implore, learn to act as if nothing can change your direction. Burn your noble quest into your heart with an intensity that renders failure an impossibility. Then go forth and make your life a masterpiece through the sheer sustained power of your refusal to abandon your purpose. Let no force deter you as you climb an unwavering pursuit of those shining heights only you can attain. From here on out, be the unstoppable one. Fall radically in love with your potential and turn that love into an inextinguishable determination. Transform into the kind of person who pummels through roadblocks rather than going around them, who thrives in the face of adversity like water cutting through rock. Above all, become someone who refuses to stay stuck in the swamps of playing small, making excuses, or settling for mediocrity. You are meant for uncommon achievement and impact. So start acting as if nothing can change the inevitable trajectory pulling you towards those loftier realms. The world craves heroes who embody unshakable resolve. People whose courage and consistency shines like a blazing beacon of hope. Make it your mission to be one such hero starting today. Become the unstoppable, undeterred force that circumstances cannot help but bend towards through the sheer power of your certainty and grit. Let this be the air you shed all the fears and stories holding you back from greatness to hone your will into something diamonds cannot scratch. You were designed to climb great mountains, conquer worthy quests, and spread rays of hope through all you achieve on this planet. It's one of life's highest privileges and loftiest callings. And the ability to act as if nothing can change your direction is the engine powering all of that potential. So embrace this mental power fully and watch your entire world unlock. The greatest accomplishments in life are achieved not by those who are simply skilled or talented, but by those who refuse to abandon their vision no matter what obstacles arise. Developing an unwavering, unstoppable mindset is the secret force multiplier that allows you to go farther than you ever imagined. At the core of this mindset is an unshakable belief in your ability to shape your reality through sheer determination and commitment. It's understanding that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you are always the master of how you respond. No setback or adversity gets a vote. Only you decide whether to keep charging forward or to shrink back. The unstoppable mind operates from certainty rather than doubt. There is a quiet confidence that your quest is simply a matter of time and focused effort. The storms may rage, but like a ship's captain, you adjust your sails and keep steering steadfastly toward your destination. You never question the inevitability of arrival. This doesn't mean you barrel ahead stubbornly without making wise adjustments. True unstoppability requires being utterly flexible in your strategies and tactics while being utterly inflexible about your core purpose. You remain agile and responsive, continually iterating and optimizing, but never abandoning the fundamental why that pulls you forward. Developing this unstoppable mentality is like building of unbreakable will at your center. No matter what negativity, fears, or doubts swirl around you, you remain rooted in your mission with a sense of unconditional commitment. Your self-belief and motivation become self-generating rather than depending on external validation and motivation. From this unshakable place, you stop making excuses altogether. There is no yeah, but, or if only, that can deter your forward momentum. You take radical responsibility, dealing with the hand you're dealt while steadily sculpting better and better circumstances through sheer grit. The unstoppable mind also masterfully handles setbacks, disappointments, and failures. Rather than getting demoralized or letting temporary turbulence to knock you off course, you simply treat those experiences as opportunities to get wise, calibrate, and rededicate yourself with refreshed intensity. There's no such thing as failing when you have an unstoppable mindset. There is only the perpetual cycle of learning, growing, and leaning harder into your quest. With each stumble, you get back up quickly with a calm determination to find a way to make it work. You stay locked on the target, course correcting as needed, but never hit the brakes. At its core, being unstoppable means you fully own both your power and responsibility to create the life you want. You realize that no one is coming to save you or anoint you. It's entirely up to the strength of your character and the integrity of your daily habits of thought and action. From this place, you stop making excuses and start making things happen. And something magical occurs when you operate from this unwavering stance. Circumstances begin organizing around you in surprising and miraculous ways. When the universe senses the unstoppable force of your conviction and forward momentum, it gets behind you. Synchronicity increases, resistance tends to fall away, and your path becomes divinely greased. Of course, challenges will always arise. That's the nature of any worthy endeavor. But now you take them as par for the course rather than getting derailed. You understand that the resistance is part of the process of creation. Like a Shaolin warrior, you tranquilly flow around and through obstacles with single-minded determination as you blaze your trail. When you truly embody the energy of acting, as if nothing can change your direction, you start moving through life with a sense of inexorable momentum. Doubt and fear lose their grip as you become more solidly rooted in the certainty of your vision and the inevitability of its manifestation. This unstoppable frame isn't one of arrogance or ego, but of humble confidence. You don't bludgeon your way forward haphazardly, but flow with a focused, purposeful intensity. There is a quiet power that precedes you, born from the depth of your commitment. People can sense when you have tapped into this potent mentality. They may not understand it fully, but they can feel the magnetic force of your unshakable stance. Some will initially resist as your intensity can be intimidating. But as you consistently show up as an unwavering person of resolution and integrity, even the staunchest skeptics eventually take notice and come around. After all, what could be more inspiring than witnessing someone bulldozing through obstacles with calm determination to create their dream reality? When you become a living embodiment of nothing can stop me, you start giving others permission to be unstoppable too. Your example provides a transmission for what's possible as you ascend to heights you once thought unreachable. Through your refusal to abandon your quest, you'll gain a profound sense of self-respect. The struggle won't always be easy, but you'll walk tall with an empowered humility. You'll know that you possess the strongest stuff of character, the ability to stare adversity in the eye and keep punching forward no matter what. From this place, you can also become a powerful source of encouragement for others on their own journeys. Your battle-tested wisdom, born from the trenches of perseverance, will have a way of uplifting those around you. Simply by showing up as your unstoppable self, you give the priceless gift of inspiration that fans the belief in others. And perhaps most importantly, by learning to act as if nothing can change your direction, you give yourself the chance to have your greatest positive impact on this world. Because you've decided to be unstoppable, you take more risks, you create more boldly, and you show up more fully. You stop trying to swim in shallow waters and instead plunge into the deep end to really think of how many revolutionary ideas, inventions, movements, policies, artistic works, and other contributions to humanity may have never arrived because the visionaries behind them didn't have this unstoppable mindset. They let doubt, criticism, or fear stop them from birthing their full genius upon the world. What a tragic loss for all of us. But when you embody an unstoppable mentality, you give everything inside you the greatest possibility of being unleashed. You refuse to deprive the world of your unique streaming potential by abandoning your quest along the way. You dedicate yourself to squeezing every drop of value from the rarity of your being here. From this place of unstoppable commitment, you start participating in the highest conversation. You move beyond ego, fear, and short-term concerns to focus on the larger vision of what you're meant to create for the betterment of all. Obstacles no longer divert you because your eyes remain fixed on the highest horizon. It's a profoundly spiritual and heroic stance, one of integrity, service, and boundless courage. You become a warrior of light, using your gifts to steadfastly elevate the human experience rather than contracting into complacency. You embrace your role as a dream architect, refusing to stop until you manifest a full creative expression you're here to bring forth. Ultimately, to be unstoppable is to step into your highest powers as a human being. You tame the egoic, fear-based voices of your smaller self and start operating from the regal stance of your greatest, most noble self. From this place of sovereign poise, you cannot help but elevate the world in some way through your creations. So keep strengthening this muscle of being unstoppable each day. Let this energy take root and blossom in how you approach all areas of your life. Whether it's revolutionizing an industry or simply being an incredible parent and community member, operate from the soul-level commitment of acting as if nothing can change your direction toward your highest aims. The world is simply waiting for more people who shine with this blazing light of inextinguishable determination and pure creative flow. It craves the inspiration, courage, and realness that comes from those who've stared adversity down and emerged more resolute than ever to contribute their greatness. You have the power to be one of these beacons for humanity, an unstoppable force that keeps pushing our civilization in a better, more enlightened direction through the sheer intensity of your commitment to create something remarkable. So decide now, in this potent moment, to step into the full breadth of your power by becoming someone who cannot stop, will not stop. Burn away the stories and fears that would have you abandon your highest quest before its full realization, and act with an iron-forged intent to let nothing rob you of your momentum and impact. The path ahead will be filled with challenges and periods that try your resolve, but you can make a pact with yourself to handle anything that comes your way with an unwavering spirit. With each obstacle, you'll grow tougher, wiser, and even more unstoppable. In the end, what gets created through this heroic approach is not just your dream, but an inspiration that ripples out to catalyze and give strength to countless others in the process. It's this transmission of unstoppable energy that has the power to elevate our entire human family toward our highest potential. So stay unstoppable, my friends. The world needs the blazing light of your greatness shining at its brightest to help illuminate the way forward. No matter how daunting the path, you can make the commitment to keep climbing with grit and grace, and trust that the universe will conspire to support your quest Once it senses the full intensity of your resolve to let nothing change your direction,